What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Gooner channel. And this is straight after West Ham have beaten Fiorentina to lift the Europa Conference League in its second season. It's a cup that's been derided and dismissed by so-called bigger clubs. But watching the jubilant West Ham fans, around 25,000 of them made the trip, watching them celebrate and casting my mind back to all my friends over the years. I've known a lot of West Ham fans, characters, all of them. There is something special about that club, and when you think this is their first trophy since they beat us in the FA Cup final of 1980 with a rare Trevor Brookings header, I think they typify what it is to be a football fan. They support their team through thin and thin, and then this. Now, obviously, there was an incident in the match which is really disappointing. Somebody threw a vape. I'm not going to talk about that, and I'm also not going to talk about what might be happening to Declan Rice, but I do just want to touch on it quickly, because watching his post-match interview, he expressed what we all know, that he deeply loves the club, a club where so many of the ex-players are so passionate about it, a real family club, a real family atmosphere, and a model of how any smaller club, and I'm not trying to denigrate what West Ham are, but you'd have to accept that they're not one of the elite clubs. Their fans and so many of the players also were talking about the staff, not just David Moyes and the players, but everyone from the kit men, the chefs they were talking about. This is a club that absolutely has its identity. They've had a tough time since moving to the new stadium. Teams often do. I know we did. Ajax did. Teams tend to. But they stay together. That atmosphere has propelled them. And I suppose if there is a criticism of this evening, it's in the commentary that, when Bowen is running clear through on goal and scores, you cannot use the phrase "it's up for grabs now" any more than you can say there's people on the pitch. You just can't just nick great lines from the past. This is not going to be the memorable line of commentary that the West Ham fans deserve. West Ham are massive everywhere they go, ringing around the stadium. I think if we are going to talk about Declan Rice's future, and he was very quick to point out that, look, there's been a lot of speculation, there's been no formal offers. He is West Ham through and through. He loves the club. He loves the fans. And why wouldn't you? I could absolutely forgive him for staying. I would love to see him come to Arsenal. I think not just his defensive skills, not just his interceptions, not just his reading of the game and protecting the back four, but his character, actually. When somebody needed to go and talk to the West Ham fans after the vape throwing incident, he was there. In the semi-final against AZ, he went into the crowd to protect the people and the fans from the ultras, the AZ ultras. He has that level of character, and he is an absolute captain through and through, and any team would be improved by Declan Morris. But, like I said, I would forgive him at this point if he stayed at West Ham. And there's part of me that actually thinks that's what you should do. He has Champions League ambitions. He is a player that's big enough to win anywhere he goes. And I think the West Ham fans will forgive him if he leaves now. Maybe this is the best thing to happen to Arsenal in terms of Declan Rice winning. But leaving all of that to one side at the moment, this really represents a team that dug in. David Moyes got the backing of the board, maybe not the fans. There were a lot of people calling for him to go, with the caveat that, if he did win in Europe, then that was enough. And of course it's enough. And also, I just want to say, speaking as an Arsenal fan, when people say, oh, it's a Mickey Mouse trophy or whatever, the only European trophy I remember us winning was in '94. I'm doing a live cast with Football Dad's Army tomorrow. Details in the link below. I will look forward to seeing when Alan Smith scored for us in '94. We were highly unfancied to lift the Cup Winners' Cup, a trophy that doesn't exist anymore. I guess you could say this is probably as close a replacement to that as there is. All I know is how I felt on that day and the magic of winning a European trophy. I think that West Ham fans will celebrate this for years, and I hope that they build on this. I really do, because I know they're a London club and they're rivals of us, and it was a 2-2 draw against them that kind of really first put the spanner in the works for us. but they have something that we all should treasure. Arteta's done a fantastic job at Arsenal of really bringing the fans in. But if there is a template for how to build a club around the fans and that's strong support, then it is West Ham. And I think now their new stadium is going to be jumping next season, and hopefully they can improve dramatically on the almost relegation battle that they suffered this season. But for me, just a joyous event. You know how you feel when a team wins, and I kind of, in the first half, I thought Fiorentina were going to shade it. When they equalised, I really thought that they were going to come back and win it, but especially when Michael Antonio missed what he should really have scored. Of course, there is a world in which West Ham really benefit from, let's say, us letting them have following Balogun in exchange for Declan Rice. They do need some more firepower up front. But all the way through the team, and seeing players like ex-players like Noble celebrating like they were on the pitch in tears, this is what football's about. It's about these glory nights. It's about the big occasions, and it's about silverware and trophies that people will talk about for years to come. Well done, West Ham. Absolutely brilliant performance, and I hope that Arsenal fans have something to celebrate on similar lines in the years to come. But this is going to be a great festive period for you all. And I send my heartfelt congratulations. Anyway, that's enough for me. I've got nothing left to say about it. Just one last thing before I go. I'm doing a live stream with Football Dad's Army tomorrow. We're going to be talking about the season that we've just had at Arsenal. I'd love to see you all there. It's 8 o'clock Thursday night. And we're going to be covering all of the areas that need improvement at Arsenal, as well as what went right and what went wrong over the season. Really looking forward to it. It's my first live stream. Would love to see you there. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click that button right now. Anyway, be lucky and lots of love.